की
Papers to be laid on the table. Shri V. Muralidharan.
Respected Chairman, sir, with your permission.
जो लीडर ऑफ द हाउस है उन्होंने आप 1 साल कंप्लीट होने के लिए बधाई दी, तो शायद हम सबको अगर कह देते तो सभी मिलके 4 बात कर सकते थे, लेकिन यही तो बहुत मुश्किल है। बगैर बात करे ये सब वन वे करते हैं सभी, तो करने हम भी उसमें शरीक होते हैं और जुड़ते हैं। एक और दूसरी बात आपसे विनंती है, जल्दी माइक बंद मत करो साहब, मेरा एक विनंती है। क्योंकि आज लास्ट डे है और इतने लोगों को इस सदन से सस्पेंड किया गया और प्रिविलेज कमिटी को रेफर किया गया, 6 लोगों को किया गया, और वहां पर आदिर रंजन चौधरी जो अपोजिशन लीडर है उनको भी सस्पेंड किया गया। ये ऐसा अरे संविधान में दोनों हाउस है, दोनों एक हाउस नहीं है, दोनों हाउस है।
At least on the last day, at least on the last day, let us listen to the leader of the opposition, please. I can tell you, during 1 year, if I have learnt maximum, I have learnt from the leader of the opposition and the senior leaders. In my chamber, they have been a source of enlightenment. I plead with you, it's a very embarrassing moment for me. As governor also for 3 years, I never came out with any document for 6 months or 1 year or 2 years. I don't comment whether it is advisable or not. I feel humbled and embarrassed, but please listen to the leader of the opposition with full attention. Let us set a good example. Please, no Harinathji, no Harinathji. Harinathji, anyone out of track may be named by me. I may have to name. Leader of the house, I may have to name your member. I may have to name his name. No. I may. Please. We will hear leader of the opposition irrespective of the situation that what he says may not be generally palatable to all. Please, sir. And I'm sure, sir, you will bear this in mind. It is the last day. Help me that we all part way with a good resolution.
नहीं, हम तो आपकी बात, हम तो इसमें विश्वास रखते हैं, कल करने का आज करो, आज करने का अभी करो, पल में प्रलय होगा फिर करोगे कब। तो हमारी नीति तो यह है सभी जल्दी होना और टाइम पे होना। लेकिन सर, ये प्रजा लोकतंत्र में एक ऐसी बात होती है और डिबेट में छोटे मोटे विषय आते हैं और एक दूसरे के विषय में कुछ कहते हैं, तो अगर वो बहुत अनपार्लियामेंट्री है, किसी को दुखी करता है बहुत, उस वक्त आप कह सकते हैं ये अनपार्लियामेंट्री है, ये ठीक नहीं है। लेकिन वहाँ जो हमारे आदिर रंजन चौधरी साहब को निलंबित किया गया है, वो फ्लिप्सी ग्राउंड, उन्होंने इतना ही बोला, नीरव मोदी, नीरव मीन्स शांत, साइलेंट, अरे मुंह, इसीलिए नीरव मोदी बोले तो इसके ऊपर आप सस्पेंड करते हैं।
It happened there, sir. It happened in the other house.
अरे अदर हाउस सर, I am pleading with you, Vice President of India and Chairman of this House, because you have to protect the democracy.
I will react, sir. I will react.
You have to.
Thank you.
ऐसा नहीं होता सस्पेंड करना,
Thank you,
क्योंकि उसको पब्लिक अकाउंट्स कमेटी में है, कैसा अटेंड करना, और वो बिजनेस एडवाइजरी कमेटी में आते हैं, कैसा करना।
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
CBI, CVC सिलेक्शन में वो रहते हैं, वो यानी to deprive from all these institutions. If
papers to be laid on the
table, suspend him, it is not good. It is not good. Sir, this house unanimously
Shri Muralidharan, V. Muralidharan.
Sir, can I have 1 minute before the paper leak?
Sir,
नहीं सर ये जरूरी है.
I have called papers to be laid on the
No,
table.
that's correct, sir. I agree with
You have
that.
to relate, you have to explain.
Sir, see, sir, the convention of this house,
I will look into
Please
it.
examine the record and delete this.
1 second.
the convention of this house
I
is that
will-
the
I will
conduct
look
of the
into-
other house is not at all discussed in this house.
Look here.
So
Please,
the
Muralidharan
comments
ji.
made by the leader of the opposition
Please,
has
please.
to be examined and expunged.
Okay.
And it should be censored
Shri
also.
V. Muralidharan.
Respected Chairman, sir, with your permission, on behalf of my colleague Sri Prahlad Singh Patel ji, I rise to lay the papers
Yes,
listed
Muralidharan.
against his name at serial number 1A in today's revised list of business.
Shri Ashwini Kumar Chaube.
मैं आपकी अनुमति से आज संशोधित कार्यावली में क्रम संख्या 1 ख पर अपने नाम के सामने सूचीबद्ध उपभोक्ता मामले खाद्य आपूर्ति एवं सार्वजनिक वितरण मंत्रालय से संबंधित कागजात को सभा पटल पर रखता हूँ।
Shri Krishnapal.
आदरणीय सभापति महोदय, आपके अनुमति से मैं आज की पुनस्कृत कार्यसूची में क्रम संख्या 1 ग पर अपने नाम के सम्मुख सूचीबद्ध कागजात सदन के पटल पर रखता हूं।
साध्वी निरंजन ज्योति.
माननीय सभापति महोदय, मैं आज की संशोधित कार्यसूची में क्रम संख्या 1 पर मेरे नाम के सामने उल्लिखित पत्र सभा पटल पर प्रस्तुत करती हूँ।
डॉक्टर संजीव कुमार बालियान.
सभापति महोदय, मैं आपकी अनुमति से आज राज्यसभा की संशोधित कार्यसूची में क्रम संख्या 5 पर मेरे नाम के समक्ष दर्शाए गए पत्र सदन के पटल पर रखता हूँ।
श्री नित्यानंद राय.
महोदय, मैं आपकी अनुमति से आज की संशोधित कार्यावली में क्रमांक संख्या 1F पर मेरे नाम के सम्मुख उल्लेखित दस्तावेज सभा पटल पर रखता हूँ।
कुमारी शोभा कारंद लाजे.
Respected Chairman, sir, I lay the papers shown at serial number G of the revised list of business in the Rajya Sabha for today on the table of the House.
श्री सोम प्रकाश.
Sir, with your kind permission, I rise to lay on the table of the House paper listed against my name at serial number 1H in the revised list of business for today. Thank you, sir.
श्री कैलाश चौधरी.
माननीय सभापति जी, आपकी अनुमति से मैं आज की राज्यसभा की संशोधित कार्यसूची में मेरे नाम के सम्मुख क्रम संख्या 1I पर उल्लेखित पत्र सभा पटल पर प्रस्तुत करता हूं।
श्री कौशल किशोर.
आज की संशोधित कार्यसूची में क्रम संख्या 1 या पर मेरे नाम के समक्ष सूचीबद्ध कागजातों की एक प्रत हिंदी व अंग्रेजी में सभा पटल पर रखता हूँ।
श्री BL वर्मा.
आदरणीय सभापति महोदय, मैं आपकी अनुमति से आज की राज्यसभा की संशोधित कार्यसूची में क्रम संख्या 1 के टॉप पर अपने नाम के सम्मुख अंकित प्रपत्र हिंदी और अंग्रेजी में सभा पटल पर रखता हूँ।
श्री देवू सिंह जयसिंह भाई चौहान.
Honorable Chairman, sir, with your kind permission, I rise to lay on the table of the House the papers mentions against my name at serial number 1L of today's revised list of business.
श्री V. Muralidharan.
Respected Chairman, sir, with your permission, on behalf of my colleague Dr. Bharti Praveen Pawar ji, I rise to lay the papers listed against her name at serial number 1M in today's revised list of business.
डॉक्टर मुदपुरा महेंद्र भाई.
Chairman, sir, with your kind permission, I wish to lay on the table of the House papers mentioned against my name in today's revised list of business. Thank you, sir.
Statement by Minister correcting answer to question. श्री नरेंद्र सिंह तोमर.
माननीय सभापति महोदय, मैं आज के लिए संशोधित कार्यसूची में मेरे नाम के आगे क्रम संख्या 4 के समक्ष दर्शाया गया वक्तव्य सदन के पटल पर रखता हूं।
स्टेटमेंट बाय मिनिस्टर श्रीमती अनुप्रिया सिंह पटेल.
Chairman, sir, with your kind permission, I lay on the table of the House the statement regarding status of implementation of the observations contained in the 171st report of the Department related to Parliamentary Standing Committee on Commerce on issues affecting the Indian tea industry, especially in Darjeeling region, pertaining to the Ministry of Commerce and Industry.
Farewell address to retiring members. Okay. Honorable members, as you may be aware, one second. After the farewell address, please. One, please. Okay, Mr. One second, please.
Sir.
I give floor to Sri Tiruchi Shiva.
Sir, thank you, sir. Sir, just very,
What is the issue, sir?
very 3 bullet points, sir. I've got nothing much to elaborate. Sir, on a point of order raised by the leader of opposition in March, you gave a ruling in April, last sessions, that anything can be discussed and any person can be discussed on the floor of the House.
I am fully alive to it.
So, sir, when Honorable Muralidharan said about LOP's observation about Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, as per your ruling, sir, he is allowed.
I will give my ruling.
Number 2, sir.
Okay.
Number 2, sir.
One second. You have raised a point of order. I will give my ruling. Thank you.
Yes. Number 2, sir.
Thank you.
Sir. Number 2.
No.
Sir, number 2, sir. Number 2, sir. Yesterday.
No.
Sir. Very important. Please.
Farewell
Being
to
the
all
last
members.
day, sir. Yeah, we are.
I have reserved my ruling.
Sir, I know the importance of this.
I have reserved my ruling on a point of order with the Honorable LOP.
Sir, my
which
second
you have
point.
reiterated.
Sir, pertaining to
You
what
get my.
has to be transferred, sir. We shall take it, sir, with emotion, sir.
What is the next?
We'll join with them. Number 2, sir. Yesterday, my notice on 167, sir. And
I'll come to that later.
Listen, one moment, sir.
The next one.
One moment, sir. You can
After
read
this
this
it is
168. I gave it in writing because you may find fault with
Yes.
it. And now, sir, yesterday you acceded to it.
Please.
But till morning, sir,
Thank you,
sir, we waited all day yesterday.
Thank you.
We didn't receive any communication from the
Honorable
government
members.
side. So we are prepared for a discussion and they are not.
Okay.
Number 3, sir.
One second.
Sir, in my experience, 4 terms here, sir.
Please.
Privilege
I
motion.
understood.
Sir,
Mr.
not
Tiruchi
members
Shiva,
have been referred to privilege
now it
committee
is unfair
for
on my
minor
part.
things, sir, like
No,
Derek
it
and
is
Jairam Ramesh.
No, nothing will go on record.
Kindly-
Please, nothing will go on record. Honorable members, no decline. Honorable members, as you may be aware, 9 of our colleagues, please, 9 of our colleagues, they have been our part. Jairam, 9 of our colleagues from states of Gujarat and West Bengal, namely Sri Dinesh Chandra Jamal Bhai Anwadia, Sri Jugal Singh Lokhandwala, Sri S. Jaishankar, Sri Derek O'Brien, Susri Dola Sen, Sri P. Bhattacharya, Srimati Shanta Chetri, Sri Sukhendra Shekhar Rai, and Susri Susmita Dev. They will be retiring on 18th August 2023 on completion of their term of office. 4 of the retiring members, Sri S. Jaishankar, Sri Derek O'Brien, Susri Dola Sen, Sri Sukhendu Shekhar Rai, have been re-elected. Our congratulations them for being re-elected. With their experience, they will bring on the table a greater commitment and direction. We will have their continued contribution of their experience, talent and intellect, and sagacity in the House. The House will be missing other 5 retiring members who have made rich and significant contributions to the proceedings of the House during the course of their tenure. I am sure they would cherish the unique honor of their association with this House and will continue with their contribution to the nation at large. I will personally urge the retiring members to maintain live contact with members with whom they have spent major part in the House. Srimati Shanta Chetri became a member of Rajya Sabha in 2017 by getting elected unopposed from the state of West Bengal. She also served as a member of West Bengal Legislative Assembly for 3 terms. A postgraduate in commerce from North Bengal University, she is an ardent advocate of women empowerment, both inside and outside the House. She has raised the issues affecting the gender divide and development of northeastern region on numerous occasions in the House. Her absence would be felt by us all. Shri Pradeep Bhattacharya, a distinguished personality in Indian politics, became a member of Rajya Sabha in 2011. An educationist by passion and profession, he brought with him vast legislative experience into the House. He has served as a member of Legislative Assembly of West Bengal from 1972 to 77 and that of 11th Lok Sabha from 1996 to 97. The present term is his second term in the Rajya Sabha. He has also served as the chairman of the Committee on Home Affairs. He is actively engaged in various intellectual pursuits outside the House and also inside, including being part of Asiatic Society. Asiatic Society, honorable members, is a mother institution. There is no institution in the country older than that. His wise counsel would surely be missed by all of us, but we are confident he will continue to impart it through the honorable members. Shri Dinesh Chandra Jamal Bhai Anawadia has been a member of this August House since February 2021. He has made significant contributions to the deliberations of the House by raising issues of regional and national importance from time to time. He also takes keen interest in Kabaddi, and surely we should keep Kabaddi out of the House. Gardening and Navratri celebrations. He was also the director, Gujarat State Road Transport Corporation. He is a committed and public-spirited citizen. Shri Jugal Singh Lokhandwala was elected to this August House in July 2019. During his tenure, he brought attention on various crucial issues concerning cultural heritage, digitization of manuscripts, a very important aspect, health awareness and promotion of sports in the country. An avid social worker himself, he carried forward the commendable initiatives initiated by his late father, Shri Mathurji Lokhandwala. He was also the director of Gujarat State Civil Supplies Corporation Limited. He takes keen interest in tennis, badminton, and singing. Susri Susmita Dev, barrister by profession, an alumna of Delhi University, Thames Valley University, London, and King's College, one of the most reputed institutions in the world. Susri Susmita was elected unopposed to the upper house in September 2021. Prior to this, she was a member of the 16th Lok Sabha, 2014 to 19, from Silchar, Assam. She has also been a former member in the Assam Legislative Assembly. Coming from a political background, her father, late Shri Santosh Mohan Dev, had served the country as cabinet minister and Lok Sabha member for 7 terms, including in the 9th Lok Sabha. I make particular reference to 9th Lok Sabha because during which I had the occasion as a member of the 9th Lok Sabha of sharing the floor with him, getting his guidance, and he was a strict disciplinarian. He would always walk up to me and tell me scrupulous adherence to conduct in the House is non-compromising, and as a junior minister, you have to be in obedience of one and all. I was Parliamentary Affairs Junior Minister. A renowned, her grandfather, Sri Satyendra Mohan Dev, was a renowned freedom fighter. Honorable members, retirement from Rajya Sabha is just a transitory phase, and I can tell you so. I came to this house about 30 years ago as a minister. I am back. So it is transitory. While it is painful to say goodbye, we must also celebrate the impact these members have had through their effective participation in debates and discussions on the floor of the House. May their journey ahead be as fulfilling and impressive as their time in Parliament. To our retiring members, I thank you for being an integral part of the journey of Bharat's democracy. Your presence will surely be missed, but your impact will forever be felt. I wish you good health, happiness, and fruitful years of service to the nation. Honorable members, in nation building, former members of Parliament indeed have a significant role to play. They constitute experienced think tank, and I'm sure they will continue to be so engaged to serve the nation in that capacity as well. Leader of the opposition. On this point, sir. On retiring members, leader of the opposition.
सर, आज जो मेंबर्स रिटायर हो रहे हैं तो हमसे तो वो दूर नहीं रहेंगे, क्योंकि पॉलिटिक्स में ऐसा होता है थोड़े दिन के लिए वो हमसे अलग भी रहे तो फिर दूसरे दफ़ा फिर मिलने का चांस रहता है, लेकिन आपको और मेरे को उनसे मिलने का चांस आएगा या नहीं,
ये नहीं पता,
क्योंकि उम्र के लिहाज से हमको सोचना चाहिए। तो ये जो मेंबर्स जो यहाँ आते हैं वो अपने विचार, अपना एक विचारधारा को लेके इस सदन में आते हैं, लेकिन उनको अगर जो भी समय नहीं मिल सकता अपनी बात रखने के लिए या अपने दिल की बात या उनके एरिया की बात या जिस स्टेट से वो आते
दिल
हैं,
की बात हो चाहे मन की बात हो, दोनों कहने का अवसर मिलना
तो
चाहिए।
मन की बात तो मोदी साहब करते हैं।
नहीं सर, मन
मैं
की बात
दिल
तो
की
बहुत
बात
महत्वपूर्ण
करता
है।
हूँ, मैं दिल की बात करता हूँ। तो
चलो मन की बात दिल से,
हाँ,
ये मीटिंग ग्राउंड है।
नहीं, दिल अलग है, मन अलग है। तो
सर कभी तो आप मुझे पॉइंट स्कोर करने का मौका दें।
हाँ,
कभी तो आप मुझे पॉइंट स्कोर करने का मौका दें।
नहीं, आप हमेशा स्कोर करते हैं, लेकिन कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि ये मणिपुर के जैसे इशू आते हैं ना, वो जरा हमको आपको जरा अलग कर देता है। आप उधर ज़्यादा देखते, इधर नहीं देखते, वही मुश्किल होता है। ठीक है, लेकिन ये जो मेंबर्स रिटायर होते हैं ये थोड़े समय के लिए, लेकिन अब जाकर फिर सामाजिक कार्य करते हैं और बहुत से पढ़े लिखे हैं, कोई ऑक्सफोर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ा है, कोई बैरिस्टर है, कोई अपने स्पोर्ट्स में एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, ऐसे सभी लोग यहाँ पर आए हैं और वो उनका बहुत से इसमें यंग लोग भी हैं। तो मैं यही अपेक्षा करता हूँ कि वो समाज की सेवा करें और जिन विचारधारा पे वो विश्वास रखते हैं उस विचारधारा पे चलने की पूरी कोशिश करें, तभी कुछ लाभ देश को भी होता है। और हम ये अपेक्षा करते हैं कि वो सामाजिक कार्य में जो जुटे हुए हैं वो हमेशा उस मार्ग पर चलते रहेंगे और फिर इस सदन में आके अपना ये सदन हो या वो सदन हो, कहीं तो फिर अगर आ गए तो निश्चित रूप से समाज को भी एक बहुत बड़ा फायदा होता है और उनके वजह से समाज में एक अच्छा वातावरण भी पैदा होता है। इसीलिए मैं अपने तरफ से, अपने पार्टी के तरफ से, अपने नेताओं के तरफ से यही कहूँगा कि ये जो लोग रिटायर हो रहे हैं ये परमानेंटली रिटायर नहीं हो रहे या ये गवर्नमेंट सर्वेंट नहीं है। मुझे कभी कभी अजब लगता है, कोई लोग कहते हैं कि भाई हम रिटायर हो गए पॉलिटिक्स। अरे रिटायर होने के लिए आए पॉलिटिक्स में? पॉलिटिक्स में तो आप इसलिए आते हैं कि अपने उसूलों को, अपने आइडियोलॉजी को सतत उसको जीवित रखने के लिए आते हैं, लेकिन मैं सुनता हूँ बहुत से नेता लोग, नहीं भाई हम अब रिटायर हो गए, फिर क्या सर्विस करने आए थे? क्या गवर्नमेंट सर्विस थी? ये तो लाइफ लॉन्ग सर्विस है आपकी। तो इसीलिए मैं यही अपेक्षा करता हूँ कि वो अच्छे लोग हैं, आगे अपना काम करके और भी दिखाएंगे और देश को मार्गदर्शन करते रहेंगे, ये मेरी विनती।
लीडर ऑफ द हाउस।
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, जुदाई हो विदाई हो उसमें किसी को भी अच्छा नहीं लगता है, लेकिन साथ ही साथ एक सेलिब्रेशन का भी मौका है। हम रिफ्लेक्ट करते हैं अपने कार्यकाल का। अलग अलग माननीय सदस्यों ने, सांसदों ने बहुत सारा योगदान दिया है, कई डिबेट्स में पार्टिसिपेट किया, कई भाषण दिए, कई प्रश्न ज्वलंत विषय उठाए, अलग अलग रिफ्लेक्शंस देके सदस्य यहाँ से निवृत्त होते हैं। लेकिन मैं समझता हूँ सभी राजनीतिक व्यक्ति हैं और सबको अलग अलग जिम्मेदारियां उनकी पार्टी देती है। हमारे यहाँ पे भी लगातार ये एक चर्निंग प्रोसेस रहता है कि व्यक्ति कभी सरकार में आता है, कभी सदन में आता है, कभी पार्टी की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेता है, और इस प्रकार से व्यक्ति का भी निर्माण होता है और साथ ही साथ देश की सेवा के अन्य अन्य तरीकों से मौका राजनीतिक कार्यकर्ताओं को मिलता है। मैं बधाई देना चाहूँगा सभी माननीय सांसदों को जिन्होंने इतने वर्ष देश की सेवा में सदन में भी योगदान दिया। डॉक्टर जयशंकर का मैं विशेष आभार व्यक्त करना चाहूँगा। वैसे तो खुद वापस चुन के आ भी गए हैं, लेकिन इतने छोटे कार्यकाल में जो उनका 5 साल का कार्यकाल रहा, 4 साल का, उस 4 साल में माननीय जयशंकर जी ने सिर्फ सदन की गरिमा नहीं बढ़ाई, लेकिन आज पूरे विश्व में भारत का जिस प्रकार से नाम और सम्मान बना है, जिस प्रकार से भारत की बात वो तीव्रता से रखते हैं, जिस प्रकार से पूरे विश्व में आज भारत के विदेश मंत्री की पहचान एक अलग ही प्रकार की बनी है। मैं समझता हूं कि एक संसद में नया व्यक्ति, आई एम कमिंग टू अदर्स,
ऑनरेबल मेंबर्स,
सर अगर और भी लोगों पे चर्चा करने का
ऑनरेबल मेंबर्स,
बहुत दुर्भाग्य है कि एक सेलिब्रेशन,
ऑनरेबल मेंबर्स,
एक सेलिब्रेटिंग समबडीज कंट्रीब्यूशन टू द कंट्री पे इनको दुख हो रहा है।
One second. Honorable members, while the leader of the house has reflected on a particular member, I share your sentiments. Every member in this house who is retiring and who could have retired but is continuing because of re-election, they made significant contributions. And those who get the opportunity of being a minister have a different kind of performance. We are proud, but we are equally proud of the members who did not have the occasion because their party is not in power. So the implication of leader of the house is not a reflection on other members. For example, there are many heated moments. There are many moments where from the chair I reflect differently. But I know the people before me are very, very talented. Take the case of Sushmita Dev. I have highest respect for her. So I wouldn't look at a particular moment. I would see her credentials in King's College, the kind of contribution she has made, the kind of lineage she has for 3 generations. If I look at to Mr. Andy Gupta, 1 second, he has been president of Chartered Accountants Association. His son has been president. If I look at Mr. Pathak, Jairam Ramesh, everyone. So what I meant to say,
of other members.
One second.
It's so sad.
One second.
It's so sad that they're assuming I will not mention the other members.
So all I can say is the leader of the house, and over a period of 1 year, I have interacted with him. As a matter of fact, the leader of the house can suffer an allegation that he is more in connect with the members of parliament this side. Yes. So please, go ahead. And conclude, please conclude.
So, yeah, so Dr. Jaishankar has truly made the country proud across the world, particularly in very trying circumstances during the Ukraine crisis, the way he brought back our students, which all of us as members have witnessed. Derek has been an old friend. We came into Parliament around the same time, if I remember correctly, or a year or two apart. And over the years, we worked together, both in opposition, we worked in different parties, but with a lot of floor coordination as opposition members. And despite some of his very different views, I think the national spirit that all the retiring members have reflected on different points of time, the nation first philosophy, which I think all the members of this house will agree with me is important, has been the overarching framework in which members of parliament have worked. सुष्मिता बहन ने लोकसभा में भी काम किया, यहाँ भी काम किया. डॉक्टर रॉय आपके आसन पे भी जिस तरीके से उन्होंने कंडक्ट किया पूरे सेशन की प्रोसीडिंग्स को, हमारे गुजरात के 2 एमपीज, हमारे पश्चिम बंगाल के बाकी माननीय सदस्य, हर एक ने राजनीतिक जीवन में भी अपना प्रभाव रखा है, सामाजिक जीवन में भी बड़ा योगदान रहा है. बहन डोला सेन और मेरा व्यक्तिगत संबंध इसलिए भी है कि वो टेक्सटाइल्स कमेटी में भी मुझे बहुत अच्छे सुझाव देती है और चेंबर में अंदर आने से भी रोकती है. तो हर प्रकार के अनुभव, हर प्रकार के विषय हाउस में होते हैं, लेकिन मित्रता कभी खराब नहीं होनी चाहिए, संबंध कभी बिगड़ने चाहिए. मतभेद हो सकता है, पर मैं समझता हूँ किसी के भी साथ इस सदन में किसी का भी मनभेद नहीं हुआ है, और यही इस सदन की और पार्लियामेंट की गरिमा का सबसे अच्छा उदाहरण है, सबसे बड़ी उपलब्धि है. सभी को मेरी शुभकामनाएं जो भी रिटायर हो.
Honorable members, I'll 1 second. One second. Please take your seat. I have taken note of it. I'll indicate who has to speak. 1 second. No, I'll miss a point. Let me. Honorable members, I recollect one particular instance. Ms. Dola Sen, I recollect a particular moment. As Governor West Bengal, I got a request that a delegation of members of parliament, including Ms. Dola Sen, want audience with me. I immediately granted audience. Now we had very frank discussion. And when things get very frank, the vocal cords get more active. So my security outside was equally worried what is happening inside. And my ADC came to the room, sir, is everything all right? But that scene in the Raj Bhavan is a minor incident. This one I have seen. But contributions have been immense intellectually. Point of order.
पॉइंट ऑफ ऑर्डर सर. सर आपने मेरा परमिट किया था.
नीरज जी, I saw Pramod Tiwari before. He caught the eyes of the chairman before anyone else could.
सर मैं बहुत विनम्रता से आपसे कहना चाहता हूं कि सदन परंपराओं से चलता है. नियमावली में जो हम कार्रवाई करते हैं, सर ये परंपरा रही है पुरानी, कई बार परंपरा रही कई पुरानी, कि जब कभी सम्मानित सदस्यों की विदाई होती है, तो आपने बड़े अच्छे शब्द बोले, बड़ा चुन चुन के बोले सर, परंतु ये परंपरा रही है कि माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी विदाई के समय सदस्यों के मौजूद रहते हैं. ये कई बार की परंपरा है पुराने सभी सदस्यों. तो आज तो उनको बुला लीजिए, आज तो बुला लीजिए. इस तरह राज्यसभा का अपमान न करें.
So, honorable members, I get the. Oh, okay.
सभापति
One
महोदय,
second, Shri Kirodi Lal Meena.
सभापति महोदय,
What is your point of order, sir?
पॉइंट ऑफ ऑर्डर ये है कि राजस्थान में लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की दृष्टि से डिसऑर्डर हो रहा है. और
point of order is declined. Nothing will go on record. No. Derek, don't do it. Nothing will go on record. Nothing will go on record. I will allow leaders of other parties to say on retiring members. Shri Tiruchi Shiva, please. Take your seat. No, nothing will go on record. Nothing will go on record. Take, Mr. Piyush Goyal. Mr. Goyal, see there. Mr. Tiruchi Shiva. Only Mr. Tiruchi Shiva. Mr. Tiruchi Shiva. Mr. Tiruchi Shiva.
On retiring.
Mr. Tiruchi Shiva. Only on retiring members. Only on retiring members. Our sentiments we are required to express, and trust me, honorable members, when you express sentiments for members who are retiring, you are addressing a very large segment of retired members. Tiruchi Shiva, please. Tiruchi, I'll come to you. Tiruchi Shiva.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, sir.
Please listen to Tiruchi Shiva.
Sir.
बोले तिरुचि go ahead.
For retiring members, farewell to retiring members.
I'll go to it. But Tiruchi Shiva. Mr. Tiruchi Shiva. बोलिए. Mr. Tiruchi Shiva. Mr. Tiruchi Shiva.
Farewell to retiring members.
Mr. Tiruchi Shiva. Mr. Tiruchi Shiva.
Not any other
Mr. Tiruchi Shiva, please address the chair. If you want to address, I call the next speaker.
Sir, now I
address the chair. Mr. Tiruchi Shiva. One second. The House is adjourned to meet at 12 noon today.
क्या हुआ सदन में? किसने किए प्रश्न? किसने दिए उत्तर, किन विधेयकों पर बनी सहमति, किन मुद्दों पर हुई बहस, किन बातों पर लगे ठहाके।
कई बार क्या होता है कि नजर कहीं और होती है, निशाना कहीं और होता है।
किन बातों पर दिखी तलखी।
संसद में किस तरीके की बात करते हैं?
आधे घंटे में देखिए संसद के दोनों सदनों की दिन भर की कार्रवाई का पूरा हाल। सदन दिन भर रात 9:30 बजे सिर्फ संसद टीवी पर।
जब मणिपुर में वो एक समय था, हर व्यवस्था उग्रवादी संगठनों की मर्जी से चलती थी, वो कहे वो होता था। और उस समय सरकार किसकी थी मणिपुर में? किसकी सरकार थी? जब सरकारी दफ्तरों में महात्मा गांधी की फोटो नहीं लगाने दी जाती थी, तब सरकार किसकी थी? जब मोइरांग में आजाद हिंद फौज के संग्रहालय पर नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस की प्रतिमा पर बम फेंका गया, तब मणिपुर में सरकार किसकी थी? तब मणिपुर में सरकार किसकी थी? आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, जब मणिपुर में स्कूलों में राष्ट्रगान नहीं होने देंगे, ये निर्णय किए जाते थे, तब मणिपुर में सरकार किसकी थी? जब एक अभियान चला था, अभियान चला करके लाइब्रेरी में रखी गई किताबों को जलाने का, ये देश का अमूल्य ज्ञान की विरासत को जलाते समय सरकार किसकी थी? जब मणिपुर में मंदिर की घंटी शाम को 4 बजे बंद हो जाती थी, ताले लग जाते थे, पूजा अर्चन करना बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता था, सेना का पहरा लगाना पड़ता था, तब मणिपुर में सरकार किसकी थी? आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, जब इम्फाल के इस्कॉन मंदिर पे बम फेंककर श्रद्धालुओं की जान ले ली गई थी, तब मणिपुर में सरकार किसकी थी? जब अफसर, हाल देखिए, आईएएस आईपीएस अफसर, उनको अगर वहां पर काम करना है तो उनके तनख्वाह का एक हिस्सा उनको इन उग्रवादी लोगों को देना पड़ता था, तब जाकर के वो रह पाते थे, तब सरकार किसकी थी? आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, इनकी पीड़ा सिलेक्टिव है, इनकी संवेदनाएं सिलेक्टिव है, इनका सब बातचीत राजनीति से शुरू होती है और राजनीति से आगे बढ़ती है। वे राजनीति के दायरे से बाहर से न मानवता के लिए सोच सकते हैं, न देश के लिए सोच सकते हैं, न ही देश की इन कठिनाइयों के लिए सोच सकते हैं। उनको सिर्फ राजनीति के सिवा कुछ सूझता नहीं है। 2014 में 30 साल के बाद देश की जनता ने पूर्ण बहुमत की सरकार बनाई और 2019 में भी उस ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड को देख करके उनके सपनों को संजोने का सामर्थ्य कहां है, उनके संकल्पों को सिद्ध करने की ताकत कहां पड़ी है, वो देश भली भांति पहचान गया। और इसीलिए 2019 में फिर एक बार हम सबको सेवा करने का मौका दिया और अधिक मजबूती के साथ दिया। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, इस सदन में बैठे हुए प्रत्येक व्यक्ति की जिम्मेदारी है कि वो भारत के युवाओं के सपनों को, उनकी महत्वाकांक्षाओं को, उनकी आशा अपेक्षा के मुताबिक वो जो काम करना चाहता है उसके लिए हम अवसर दें। सरकार में रहते हुए हमने भी इस दायित्व को निभाने का भरपूर प्रयास किया है। हमने भारत के युवाओं को घोटालों से रहित सरकार दी है। हमने भारत के युवाओं को, आज के हमारे प्रोफेशनल्स को खुले आसमान में उड़ने के लिए हौसला दिया है, अवसर दिया है। हमने दुनिया में भारत की बिगड़ी हुई साख, उसको भी संभाला है और उसे फिर एक बार नई ऊंचाइयों पर ले गए हैं। अभी भी कुछ लोग कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि दुनिया में हमारी साख को दाग लग जाए, लेकिन दुनिया अब देश को जान चुकी है। दुनिया के भविष्य में भारत किस प्रकार से योगदान दे सकता है, ये विश्व का विश्वास बढ़ता चला जा रहा है। और इस दौरान हमारे विपक्ष के साथियों ने क्या किया? जब इतनी सानुकूल वातावरण, चारों तरफ संभावनाएं ही संभावनाएं, इन्होंने अविश्वास के प्रस्ताव की आड़ में जनता के आत्मविश्वास को तोड़ने की विफल कोशिश की है। आज भारत के युवा रिकॉर्ड संख्या में नए स्टार्टअप लेकर के दुनिया को चकित कर रहे हैं। आज भारत में रिकॉर्ड विदेशी निवेश आ रहा है। आज भारत का एक्सपोर्ट नई बुलंदी को छू रहा है। आज भारत की कोई भी अच्छी बात ये सुन नहीं सकते। फील्डिंग विपक्ष ने ऑर्गेनाइज की, लेकिन चौके छक्के यहीं से लगे। और विपक्ष नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन पे नो बॉल नो बॉल पर ही करते आगे चलता जा रहा है। इधर से सेंचुरी हो रही है, उधर से नो बॉल हो रहे हैं। अध्यक्ष जी, मैं हमारे विपक्ष के साथियों से यही कहूंगा कि आप तैयारी करके क्यों नहीं आते जी? थोड़ी मेहनत कीजिए। और मैंने 5 साल दिया आपको मेहनत करने के लिए। 18 में कहा था कि 23 में आप आना, जरूर आना। 5 साल भी नहीं कर पाए आप लोग। क्या हाल है आप लोगों का? विपक्ष के हमारे साथियों को दिखास की, छपास की बहुत इच्छा रहती हो, पर स्वाभाविक है। लेकिन आप ये मत भूलिए कि देश भी आपको देख रहा है। आपके एक एक शब्द को देश गौर से सुन रहा है। लेकिन हर बार देश को आपने निराशा के सिवाय कुछ नहीं दिया है। और विपक्ष के रवैये पर भी मैं कहूंगा, जिनके खुद के बही खाते बिगड़े हुए हैं, जिनके बही खाते खुद के बिगड़े हुए हैं, वो भी हमसे हमारा हिसाब लिए फिरते हैं।
2014 से प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास और सबका प्रयास के रास्ते पे चलते हुए हमारे पॉलिसी को इतना सुधारा, जिसके वजह से कोविड का संकट भी क्यों ना हुआ, हम उससे पार करते हुए आज रिकवरी के रास्ते पर सबसे तेजी गति में आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। इससे पहले सर, जनधन योजना सबके साथ का उदाहरण मैं बोलने वाली हूं। जनधन योजना, डिजिटल इंडिया मिशन, फोकस ऑन हेल्थ थ्रू आयुष्मान भारत, जन औषधि केंद्र, ये सब सामान्य लोग के लिए बेनिफिट करने वाले ऐसे स्कीम के द्वारा ही सबका साथ हुआ है। मगर इससे पहले हम सुनते थे गरीबी हटाओ, बार बार 6 दशकों से हम सुन रहे हैं गरीबी हटाओ। सचमुच में हटाया गया क्या? नहीं। अभी आप देख रहे हैं हम क्लियरली पॉवर्टी को कम करने में सफल देख पा रहे हैं, और भी काम बाकी है। सो
Thank you, Chairman, sir. Sir, parting is always painful, sir. We don't want some things to happen, but it happens because of some circumstances. Farewell is one such occasion. Sir, out of the members who are retiring today, my dear friend Mr. Derek O'Brien, Sukendra Shekhar Rai and Dolasan and Honorable Minister Jaishankar will return to the House will work with us, sir. And I hope Sushmita Dev, whom we have appreciated very much, of course she deserves that. And I am very happy to say that our father Santosh Mohan Dev, when he was Parliamentary Affairs Minister, I was in the Lok Sabha and I had a very great time working with him. And she reflects his characters in many ways. The way she articulates, the depth of her speech, and of course other things which we need as opposition, everything she qualifies, so she will return to the Lok Sabha. So also Shanta, who has had a remarkable track record. She is very cool and silent, but she makes very important and appreciable deliberations in the House. And so also Bhattacharya, whom we cannot forget, who has been a chairman on parliamentary standing committees, who was also silent, sir. And sometimes he will be a real Bengali here when he expresses his inner mood, whichever that is created at the moment of time. So also Mr. Jagal Singh from the other side is retiring. We all bid a farewell, sir, but not as you said and leader of opposition said, it is not permanent. Sir, I should say only one thing, sir. This House is a real reflection of unity in diversity. Whether it is that party or this party, we are all together. We are from various states, speaking various languages, from having various cultures, sir. But we are all one here. Our difference because of the ideologies may reflect on the floor of the House, but the moment when we go out, we come together. So the integrity of the nation, that too in the Council of States and Parliament, no other forum is a very good example of integrity, sir. And sir, we are very proud that to be a member of this House, and we should appreciate them that they had the privilege of being one among the 800 persons in the 140 crore people of this country who have contributed, sir. I express on behalf of the DMK party my heartiest wishes to you. Thank you very much.
Shri Andy Gupta.
धन्यवाद चेयरमैन साहब। आज हमारे बीच से हमारे साथी कुछ रिटायर हो रहे हैं। ये रिटायर्ड तो हो रहे लेकिन रिटायर्ड नहीं है सर। ये जो सेवा भाव से आए हाउस में वो कंटिन्यू रखेंगे किसी न किसी रूप में। और मैं अपनी तरफ से अपनी पार्टी की ओर से इनके भविष्य के लिए मंगल कामना करता हूं और उम्मीद करता हूं जिस लगन से यहाँ हाउस में इनका योगदान रहा है वो हालांकि भूला नहीं जाएगा। सदन आभारी उस चीज़ के लिए और उसको आने वाले समय में ये उसी लगन से काम करते रहेंगे। इन शब्दों के साथ मैं इनकी फिर मंगल कामना करता हूँ इनके शुभ भविष्य के लिए।
डॉक्टर केशव।
I share the sentiments of all my colleagues in extending farewell or at the same time wishing them a better life ahead. But I hope we have learned much from the members and they will have a greater time, much more time to spend in the service of the people, and I wish them all best.
Derek O'Brien is a connecting factor. He is retiring also and would continue to be the leader of the party.
Sir, to those members who are retiring, I don't want to give a long speech. I wish them well, all the members who are retiring, and I must apologize to them from the Rajya Sabha that in their last 23 days in Rajya Sabha, while they were serving, they didn't have the privilege. We would have all been very happy if our honorable, much respected Prime Minister had spent a little time here. That would have been a beautiful farewell gift. Thank you.
Dr. Sasmit Patra.
Honorable Chairman, sir, on behalf of my party, the Biju Janata Dal,
We extend our warm felicitations and our best wishes to all the honorable members who are retiring. Sir, I'll just request you to indulge me just for 2 minutes. I'd like to specifically, on one sentence as each. Manishi Anavadia ji, I was always touched by his simplicity and his warm smile and his contribution in the house whenever he stood up. He was very well-meaning, sir. Shri Pradeep Bhattacharya ji, because I know a bit of Bengali, I had the privilege of sharing a bit of Bengali and perfecting it with Bhattacharya Sahab, and Dada was always very forthcoming in terms of his contributions. Shri Jagul Singh Lokhandwala ji, we became friends on the very first day that he came to the house, and he's like Lokhandwala, strong and steel, and that is how his contributions have been in the house, truly remarkable.
And very well dressed. Always very well dressed.
Always very strong. And Shanta Chetri ji, as a sister, her presence in the house has always enlightened us, and especially from the northeastern and especially the Darjeeling and all the areas, and issues that she raised were very meaningful. We have Ms. Sushmita Dev ji, and she was tremendously... No, Aj Dev. So, in fact...
I'm so glad it doesn't go further. It ends here.
No, but she has been like a true friend, and many a times we've had conversations, and she understands various aspects that we have shared together. It stays between both of us, but I'm sure her presence helped us, and our absence will surely do it. For all the 4 members whom we are privileged to have back with us, Dr. Jaishankar, Derek Da, Dola ji, and Shukendu Da, it's going to be a truly a remarkable journey with them in the next few years that we have worked together. Thank you.
राजीव शुक्ला.
धन्यवाद चेयरमैन सर. देखिए, ये सदन तो ऐसा है कि इसमें एक न एक दिन सबको रिटायर होना है. इन दीवारों में, इन छतों के नीचे कितने आए कितने चले गए, एक से एक बड़े बड़े लोग, एक से एक छोटे लोग, तो इसका कोई अभिमान नहीं है. लेकिन मैं ये कहता हूँ, जो लोग हमसे रिटायर यहाँ से हो रहे हैं, उनकी भावनाएं भी सुन ली जाए, क्योंकि जो उनमें बोलना चाहें. एंड दोज हु आर एक्चुअली रिटायरिंग, ये नहीं कि वापस लौट के आ गए, वो मुश्किल से 3-4 है, जैसे प्रदीप दा हैं, ये बोलना चाह रहे हैं, इनको भी मौका दो. फ्लोर लीडर्स तो बोलते रहते हैं, तो उनको भी मौका दिया जाए तो बहुत अच्छा. उनकी भावनाएं भी सुन ली जाए तो बहुत अच्छा है.
सभापति महोदय, आज 9 माननीय सदस्य लोग रिटायर हो रहे हैं. सार्वजनिक जीवन में वो स्वेच्छा से आए हैं और पार्टी के बंधन से जब उनका टर्न पूरा हुआ है तो जा रहे हैं. हम अपने दल की तरफ से और अपनी तरफ से नहीं इस सदन के सभी माननीय सदस्यों की तरफ से इन्हें विदाई देता हूं और कहना चाहता हूं कि नजरें बता रही है तुम दूर जा रहे हो, नजरें बता रही है तुम दूर जा रहे हो, पर दिल ये कह रहा है तुम पास आ रहे हो. जय हिंद.
श्रीमती पीटी उषा.
Sir, my best wishes to all the honorable MPs, those who are going to retire today. Thank you.
Dr. V. Sivadasan.
The contribution of the members. The contribution of these members, the retiring members, are very great contributions. As immense contributions they have made for the improvement of our parliamentary activities. Susmita Dev and others are actively participating in the parliamentary procedure, and also they have raised the issues of the common people in this house. We all support them for in future also. I believe they will raise the issues of the common people not only here, wherever they are getting the space. So I salute them. Wholeheartedly I wish Susmita and others for active participation for the democratic process of the country. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that.
Honorable members, now I have the privilege and honor to call upon those who are retiring from this house to share their experience and sentiments with us. Shri Dinesh Chandra Jamal Bhai Anavadia. On this occasion, me tell you. Take your seat. जयराम जी, नजाकत समझिए. रिटायरिंग मेंबर्स की बात सुन रहे हैं. मैंने खुद कहा है कि मेरा ऑनर प्रिविलेज है. बैठिए. यस प्लीज. बोलिए. मुझे समझ में नहीं आता आपका कितना स्ट्रॉन्ग कनेक्ट है लीडर ऑफ द हाउस से कि आपने बात की और वो आगे. अब आप हमारे माध्यम से क्यों करते हो? सीधी कर लिया करो.
क्योंकि इन्हीं के मित्र पक्ष के सीनियर लीडर ने मेरे को बाहर पकड़ लिया ये समझाने के लिए.
नहीं पकड़ लिया. नहीं क्लैरिफाई कीजिए. पकड़ लिया मतलब मुझे कहा कि भाई हम भी आपके फिजिकली तो नहीं पकड़ाने. ऑनरेबल मेंबर्स नाउ. यस मिस्टर अनावाडिया.
धन्यवाद सभापति महोदय जी. आज हमारा लास्ट डे है पार्लियामेंट में. मुझे यहाँ पार्लियामेंट में भेजने के लिए हमारी पार्टी के और इस देश के समग्र विश्व के नेता और हमारे देश के सम्माननीय प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय श्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी साहब का और हमारे गृह मंत्री आदरणीय श्री अमित भाई शाह साहब का और हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष आदरणीय नड्डा साहब और हमारे प्रदेश के अध्यक्ष आदरणीय CR पाटिल साहब और हमारे मुख्यमंत्री आदरणीय श्री भूपेंद्र भाई पटेल साहब का मैं बहुत बहुत आभारी हूँ कि मेरे जैसे एक छोटे कार्यकर्ता को एक बड़े सदन में लाने का मौका दिया है. मैं गुजरात से आता हूँ. मैं कुम्हार प्रजापति समाज से आता हूँ. गुजरात कुम्हार प्रजापति समाज से 75 साल में पहली बार प्रजापति समाज कुम्हार समाज को राज्यसभा में लाने का मौका सम्माननीय मोदी साहब ने दिया है. मैं उनका दोबारा बहुत बहुत आभार प्रकट करता हूं कि मेरा समाज मिट्टी से जुड़ा हुआ समाज है और मैं किसान पुत्र हूं और ऐसे कार्यकर्ता के रूप में मैं काम करता था. भारतीय जनता पार्टी का 1981 से कार्यकर्ता के रूप में काम करते करते संगठन में ही काम करता था और सीधा मुझे इतने बड़े सदन में बिठाने का मौका उन्होंने दिया है. तो मैं मेरी ओर से, मेरी परिवार की ओर से और पूरे गुजरात और पूरे हिंदुस्तान के मेरे प्रजापति कुम्हार समाज की ओर से आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी साहब और आदरणीय अमित भाई शाह साहब और आदरणीय नड्डा साहब का और हमारे अध्यक्ष जी का बहुत बहुत आभार मानता हूं. मैं सर एक मिनट मैं आभार प्रकट करता हूं हमारे सदन के माननीय सभापति जी आदरणीय धनखड़ साहब का कि उनका भी मार्गदर्शन हमको मिला है. मैं आभार प्रकट करना चाहता हूं आदरणीय हमारे लीडर ऑफ हाउस का आदरणीय श्री पीयूष जी गोयल सर का और मैं आभार प्रकट करना चाहता हूं हमारे सभी माननीय सदस्यगण, सभी पार्टियों के लीडर्स, सबके पास से मुझे बहुत सारा सीखने को मिला है. ये सदन में आप सबका मार्गदर्शन मुझे मिला है और जाने अनजाने में मेरे से कोई गलती हुई हो मेरे व्यवहार से, वाणी से, वर्तन से, तो मैं आप सबकी क्षमा चाहता हूं. और मैं हमारे लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन LOP सर का भी बहुत बहुत आभार मानता हूं कि उन्होंने भी, उनके पास से भी हम बहुत कुछ सीखे हैं. ऐसे इस सदन के सभी पार्टियों के सभी सदस्यों को मैं आभार मानता हूं कि आप सबके पास से मुझे बहुत सीखने को मिला है. आभार अस्तु. भारत माता की जय. वंदे मातरम.
थैंक यू. श्री प्रदीप भट्टाचार्य.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I am very happy that you have given me the opportunity to spell out.
To retire? I have not given the opportunity to retire.
No, you have not given me the chance. You have given me the chance to say a few words. But as you recall, when I met you at your chamber, I told you very frankly, sir, I don't believe this type of drama. So kindly don't allow me to say. But in spite of that, you are so kind enough, you have again tell me to speak something. So I would like to say, first of all, my good wishes to all my colleagues, those who are in this side and that side, and I am sure of it, they will be able to run this house properly and smoothly so that the people of the country will understand Rajya Sabha is alive and they are doing something good. Sir, with my long experience in politics, at least for 50 years, I had the opportunity to work with Indira Gandhi, Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, Narasimha Rao ji. Now I am functioning with our leader of the opposition, Kharge ji, and so many colleagues from this side and that side. Whenever I met some of our honorable ministers, they have listened to me and they have tried their level best to help me so that I can serve to the people of the country. Then lastly, I feel I had the impression that at least this August House will come out with a resolution in regard to the Manipur issue. But unfortunately, it did not happen. But just for a moment, just for a moment, I was a teacher of a college for last 29, 30 years. So my two students are working at Manipur. They are the Government of India service. Sir, just a minute. They rang me a few days back and told me why Rajya Sabha is not coming out of saying something about the Manipur.
Point noted,
sir.
sir.
It
Point
is
noted.
their feeling, heart feeling. So I would like to impress this House. This is the position. Lastly, again, if I do something wrong, kindly excuse me.
Thank
and
you.
I wish
Thank you.
everybody should be
Shri
good health and good
Jugal
life.
Sen, Lokhandwala.
धन्यवाद माननीय सभापति महोदय। मैं पहले तो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का तहे दिल से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। साथ में माननीय अमित शाह जी का भी बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। माननीय जेपी नड्डा जी, हमारी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की पार्लियामेंट कमेटी, हमारे सदन के नेता एवं गुजरात के हमारे चीफ मिनिस्टर भूपेंद्र भाई पटेल, हमारे संगठन के CR पाटिल प्रदेश अध्यक्ष श्री, इन सब का आभार व्यक्त के साथ बहुत हमारे यहाँ के नेता माननीय पीयूष गोयल जी और सभी सदन के साथियों का आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ। मुझे सामने में बात करता हूँ सर, मैं करता हूँ सर, मैं सामने बैठे हमारे ऑपोजिशन लीडर माननीय खड़गे जी और माननीय उप सभापति हरिवंश राय जी और ब्यूरोक्रेट्स और मेरे पेरेंट्स, मेरे माता पिता और मेरे परिवार के सभी सदस्यों ने आशीर्वाद दिया है, तब मैं यहाँ तक पहुँचा हूँ। मुन्ना भाई, आज ये 4 साल और 1 महीना मेरे कार्यकाल का हुआ, उसके अंदर 2 से 1.5 साल कोविड की महामारी के अंदर हम सब लोगों ने वो फेस किया। उसके अंदर जब पहले 2-3 चीज के अंदर उसके अंदर मेरी साइन रही 370 और 35A की, जो राष्ट्र को जोड़ने की, जम्मू कश्मीर को भारत का अभिन्न अंग था, उसको जोड़ने के अंदर मेरी साइन रही। 3 तलाक, CAA और ऐसे कई कानून बनाने के अंदर मेरा सहयोग रहा। मैं मानता हूं कि शायद ही मैं ऐसा खुशनसीब हूं कि ये संकल्प जो था हमारे भारतीय जनता पार्टी के श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी और उन्होंने जो लिया था, वो संकल्प के अंदर हमारा साइन था। मैं 2-3 बात कह के मेरी बात खत्म करूंगा सर। इसके साथ यहाँ बैठे काफी सारे मित्र भी हमें बहुत अच्छी सेंट्रल हॉल की कमी रहेगी, जब मैं गुजरात रहूंगा तब सब लोगों को मिस करूंगा। सबको सामने वाले सदन से भी मुझे बहुत अच्छा सीखने को मिला है। ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई हमारे और पर सब लोगों को कहीं ना कहीं कोई बात रहती थी तो सेंट्रल हॉल के अंदर हम लोग एक दूसरे के साथ वार्तालाप करते थे और वो वार्तालाप मुझे आने वाले वक्त में काम आने वाला है, ऐसा मनोज जी कह रहे थे। और इसके साथ जॉन जी, हम लोग कमेटी के मेंबर,
डॉक्टर जॉन,
बहुत सारे कमेटी के मेंबर, जॉन जी आपका सहयोग चाहिए मुझे इस,
I caution you, don't do it.
और
There is a procedure to follow.
जिस तरह हर एक बात में हमारा, मैं तो चाहूंगा कि हम हर एक बात में पॉलिटिकली ना निकाले, क्योंकि आने वाले सदन के अंदर शायद आप हमारे पास रहने वाले हैं, ये ऐसा मुझे 100% विश्वास है।
थैंक यू।
और सर एक ही बात, आज विश्व जानता है कि एक ऐसा विराट व्यक्तित्व माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी, जिनको 1.5 घंटे तक यहाँ वो स्पीच दे रहे थे, तो सामने भी वो बोलने नहीं देते थे, ये अच्छी बात नहीं है। मैं मानता हूँ हर एक का विचार होना चाहिए और कहना चाहिए, जिसको जो चाहे जो कह सकता है। आप लोगों से
श्रीमती शांता छेत्री।
सर मैं आपका भी आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ, वेंकैया नायडू जी का भी आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ कि जिन्होंने हमें यहाँ आए तब बोलने का मौका दिया था। यहाँ के जो जितने भी हमारे ब्यूरोक्रेट्स हैं, हमसे हंस मिल के यहाँ पे जितने भी मार्शल है वो हंस के हमारे साथ जुड़ जाते हैं। तो ये शायद ही हमें, मैं गुजरात रहूंगा तब मिस करूंगा और आपको भी मिस करूंगा सर, जब भी आप मिलते हैं हंस के मिलते हैं। धन्यवाद, जय हिंद, वंदे मातरम, भारत माता की जय।
श्रीमती शांता छेत्री।
Thank you, sir.
We'll miss you.
Sir,
your presence has been impactful.
Okay, sir.
Your absence will be felt.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Sir, आज 11 अगस्त स्वतंत्र संग्रामी खुदीराम बसु का डेथ एनिवर्सरी, आज का दिन बलिदान दिवस के उपलक्ष्य में उनके प्रति मेरा श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करते हुए मैं अपना फेयरवेल भाषण देना चाहती हूँ। थैंक यू सर। Sir, on 18th of August, my term as Rajya Sabha MP will come to an end. I am eternally thankful to our Supreme Leader, Honorable Mamata Banerjee, for giving me this opportunity. It is due to her trust in me today. I can proudly say that my body of work is in Parliament records for eternity. This opportunity has fulfilled my greatest dreams. I am a contented person, now happy with a life spent well. What more can one ask for than contentment and joy, which my heart is filled with? Thank you, Mamata Didi. Sir, I take this opportunity to thank our Honorable Chairman and member of the House for all the support and exchange of knowledge. In these 6 years, I have worked tirelessly to represent the Gorkha people of Darjeeling Hills and as well as the state of West Bengal. I did not waste a single opportunity to take up matters concerning our Darjeeling Hills as well as my state, West Bengal. I have spoken for the 11 communities' tribal status, inclusion of Lepcha language in the 8th schedule, spoke about tea workers, roads, national highways, problems during monsoon, the Karshang TV tower, not to relocate army hospital matters, concerning Himalayan railways, etc., etc. The list goes. More than 400 questions have been admitted in the parliament. Sir, I introduced all the 11 private member bills related to my state of West Bengal as well as Darjeeling Hills. I have spoken on the 3rd gender bill and presented my valued opinion and suggestion, which was satisfying as this gender deserves a lot more. Sir, I have spoken innumerable special mentions and 0 hours, attended regularly all the committee meetings and tours. My 6 years was spent complete hard work and learning. Sir, as I move on from this role, I am grateful for trust you have placed in me and for the invaluable lessons I have learned from my fellow parliamentarians. I would also like to thank my TMC members who have been my strength and support all along this fantastic journey. As I bid farewell to the Rajya Sabha, I carry with me a sense of accomplishment, a deep appreciation for the democratic process, and a commitment to the continue contributing to the betterment of society. I will cherish the memories made here and the lessons learned, and I will forever hold in my heart the privilege of having served alongside some of the brightest minds and most dedicated individuals in our nation. Thank you, honorable members and all the employees of the Rajya Sabha for this incredible journey and for the opportunities and for the unwavering support. May this House continue to be a beacon of democracy and a forum where the collective wisdom of diverse voices shapes the destiny of India. Finally, I wish that as the sun rises over the majestic Tiger Hills and turns it into gold, I pray that our India Party rise with the same glow on May 2024 to bring forth a beginning of a golden era for India. Jai Hind, Jai Bangla, Jai Gorkha. Thank you, sir.
Susri Susmita Dev.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. Today is Martyrs' Day, so I would like to start by paying my deep tribute to Khudiram Boshu. Sir, incidentally, on a lighter note, my division number is 144, which is a partial curfew, as you know. So I have waited for my opportunity for very long to speak.
And you took it so literally.
You know, 144 is my division number, 144 hai. Kya kare, sir? Anyway, I am extremely grateful, sir, for your kind words. And every leader of the floor from various parties who have spoken. I come from Northeast, sir, from the state of Assam. And I think कुछ ऐसे बहुत कम उदाहरण हैं कि Northeast के किसी प्रदेश से किसी हाउस में कोई आए किसी बाहर के प्रदेश से. As you know, my late father won 2 elections from Tripura. And Kalita ji will be able to say that Professor B.B. Datta was once nominated. I think I am the 3rd such member who comes from a state in Northeast, but I'm honored that my leader Mamata Banerjee gave me a seat in Rajya Sabha coming from Northeast from the state of Bengal. Sir, when I won in the 16th Lok Sabha, very often I used to come to these galleries in Rajya Sabha to watch what the upper house is saying. I used to watch very keenly what Mr. Jaitley is saying and how Mr. Chidambaram is debating on GST. I watched Derek O'Brien, Shukhendu Da, Professor Yadav, and I used to truly feel that what a privilege it is to be in this house. And contrary to popular belief, I never expected I'll come to the upper house. लोग कहते हैं कि इनको तो पता था ये राज्यसभा में आएंगे, मुझे पता नहीं था.
I was the first one to congratulate you.
Right, sir.
I was the governor then.
As the governor of Bengal, you called me and congratulated me. हम एक दूसरे के बारे में बोलते हैं, but I would also like to mention that an integral part of this house is not just the members, but it's the marshals, it's the staff who sits here, and however the Secretary General who guides us through many moments, I would like to thank them also. Sir, coming from Northeast, I'm not going to make a political speech at all, but I will say one thing. Keeping the states of Northeast stitched together is a Herculean task, sir.
Is it not political?
It's a Herculean task.
Whenever someone says I am not going to make a political speech,
means I will not criticize.
I am sure it will be 100%
Sir, I will not
political.
criticize anybody today. I will not criticize anybody today, but I feel that the way this peace in Northeast has been stitched together, it's a very delicate process. It's a very delicate process because different aspirations. So I will not use the word conflict, today is not that day, but different aspirations of different ethnic groups, different linguistic groups. I myself am a linguistic minority from Assam. It's a very fine balance. It's a very fine balance that we should all strive to maintain even in the future. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. और एक बात सर मैं कहना चाहती हूँ, 16th लोकसभा में एक और खासियत थी. After many decades, a government came to power with absolute majority. After many decades. And in that, I think, was a golden opportunity to do policy reforms and do many good things for the country. So, beyond that, whether that has been done or not done, I am no one to comment. But I hope that the effects of this majority will be judged by the people. So I hate goodbyes. I hate goodbyes. I'm very bad at saying goodbye. So I'll tell all my colleagues on my right and on my left that I'm sure that we will meet again, whether it's inside the house or outside the house. And I would like to thank my leader, Derek O'Brien, Shukhendu Da, even Kharge ji, LOP, he guided me in the 16th Lok Sabha. He's today here in the Rajya Sabha. I would like to thank Leader of the House, Piyush Goyal ji. And I will end my speech with one story. Sir, in Lok Sabha, once a very complicated and technical bill came. It was about payment gateways, on credit card. And Jaitley ji was the finance minister there. So, अचानक खड़गे जी ने बोला, Sushmita, this is coming up, you have to speak on it, because the person who was supposed to speak on it is not here today. And I just could not decipher that bill. I was struggling with it. I remember going to Digvijay Singh ji and asking. I went to Arun Jaitley ji to say, sir, you're moving this bill, I'm not being able to follow. In the next 10 minutes, I have to speak. So he told me how to debate that bill against the government. So, sir, however we may fight, how much ever we may fight, I feel those backroom channels that no, I'm just saying, so that is the beauty of parliament, of democracy, that I hope to see in the future in this house and the other house. Thank you very much, sir, and I hope to see you soon again.
When the honorable member Sushmita was saying, people on my right and left, I was wondering, people who are on your right are on my left. So we'll have to reconcile. Honorable members, the sentiments expressed by the retiring members and by leaders of the various political parties indicate that our bond will continue to flourish. And everyone living this house will be an integral part of this house. I had indicated on an earlier occasion that as Chairman Rajya Sabha, we will look after whenever they visit Delhi to make arrangement for their stay. And we have devised a mechanism that honorable members in this house need not get in touch with the Secretariat. They need to get in touch with the Secretary to Rajya Sabha, a very senior official, so that the members have least inconvenience. As regards certain issues of retiring members, like pension issues, all are settled before their last day of retirement. And this enlightenment I got on a situation that on 8th August 2022, after my election had been declared, but I had not taken oath, a former member of Rajya Sabha thought it fit to write to me as Vice President. Venkaiah Naidu ji was Vice President then, and said his pension issues are pending with Rajya Sabha Secretariat on one ground. And that ground is that Rajya Sabha Secretariat was insisting for an affidavit that must be sanctified by a gazetted officer. After taking oath of office on 11th August, after 1 hour at Uprashtrapati Niwas, I came to Rajya Sabha. And I asked the Secretary General, why are we delaying it? The honorable member retired in April. We know his bank account, we know his details. And I was surprised. Rajya Sabha Secretariat said, there is an act. That act has been passed by Parliament. That act is in pursuance to the recommendation of a joint parliamentary committee. And that act makes a provision that such a form should be there. I said the honorable member has already indicated he will go to court of law. With your strength, I directed the Secretary General then and there that all these provisions are not mandatory, they are directive. And I ensured on the same day the proceedings at Rajya Sabha Cabinet Secretariat on that count. But sometimes when we engage into legislation, we create a mechanism that puts the executing authorities into problem. And that indicates that everything which is passed by this House as a legislation must be fully scrutinized. We in this House, the Joint Parliamentary Committee, they sanctified that a retiring member will have to give an affidavit duly signed by a gazetted officer. Secretariat was bound by it. I have held it to be directive. But if we had been more alert at that point of time, cared for the dignity of a retiring member, perhaps that situation would not have arisen. I have made it a condition here that before the member retires, everything must be formalized. And whenever an ex-member comes to Delhi, he has any problem of accommodation. In Western Court, we will try to accommodate as much as possible. Honorable members, I now take the question hour. It was always as a special circumstance, question hour at Yes, Mr. Meena.
राजस्थान की हालात बहुत बिगड़ी हुई हैं सभापति महोदय.
Question number 241, Shri Harnath Singh Yadav. Shri Harnath Singh Yadav, question 241.
प्रश्न संख्या 241.
Honorable Minister. Question 242, Shri Vaiko. Not asked. Honorable Minister. Question number 243, Shri Harbhajan Singh. Honorable Minister. Question number 244, Shri Kapil Sibal. Honorable Minister.
सभापति महोदय उत्तर सभा पटल पर प्रस्तुत है.
Question number 245, Dr. Sasmit Patil.
Question number 245, sir.
Honorable Minister. Question 246, Shri Josh K. Mani.
Of the House.
Question 247, Shri Shanmugam. Honorable Minister.
माननीय सभापति जी उत्तर सभा पर रख दिया गया.
Number 248, Shrimati Dashna Singh. Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister. Take your seat.
Table of the House.
धन्यवाद माननीय सभापति महोदय.
Question number 249, Shri Narayan Das Gupta. Honorable Minister.
Table of the House, sir.
Question number 250, Shri S. Selvaganapathy. Honorable Minister.
माननीय सभापति जी उत्तर सभा पटल पर रख दिया गया.
Question number 251, Ms. Dola Sen. Honorable Minister.
परत दिया गया।
Question number 252, Shri M. Mohammad Abdullah. Honorable Minister. Question number 253, Dr. Amar Patnaik. Honorable Minister.
माननीय सभापति जी उत्तर सभा पटल पर रख दिया गया।
Question number 254, Shri Abir Ranjan Vishwas. Honorable Minister.
माननीय सभापति जी उत्तर सभा पटल पर प्रस्तुत कर दिया गया।
Question 255, Shri Jawahar Sarkar. Shri Jawahar Sarkar, go to your seat and raise the question. Honorable Minister.
The House.
I'm on my chair. Please, take your. Dola Sen, take your seat. Please, take your seat. Take your seat. Sushmita, take your seat. Please take your seat. Take your seat. Take your seat. Sushmita, take your seat. Honorable members, one second, listen to me and take your seats. I'm addressing the issue. Take your seat. Take your seat. माननीय सदस्यगण, आज अपने लिए बहुत सोचने और चिंतन का मौका है और मुझे आज प्रातः है अटल जी की एक कविता का ध्यान आया, क्या खोया क्या पाया। 20 तारीख को यदि अगर आप चेयर की बात मानते तो जो लोकसभा में हुआ है और लोकसभा में जो व्यापक स्तर के ऊपर मणिपुर पर चर्चा हुई है, गृह मंत्री ने चर्चा की है, प्रधानमंत्री ने की है, आप पर हम मौका चूक गए। The House is adjourned to meet at 2 p.m. The House is adjourned to meet at 2 p.m. today. सभापति जी। Messages from Lok Sabha. Secretary General.
Sir, with your kind permission, I rise to report that the Lok Sabha at its sitting held on 11th August 2023 passed 1. The Central Goods and Services Tax Amendment Bill 2023 and 2. The Integrated Goods and Services Tax Amendment Bill 2023. The Speaker has certified that these bills are money bills within the meaning of Article 110 of the Constitution. I lay a copy each of the said bills on the table.
Bills for consideration and return. The Central Goods and Services Tax Amendment Bill 2023 and the Integrated Goods and Service Tax Amendment Bill 2023 to be discussed together. Shrimati Nirmala Sitharaman to move the motion for consideration of the following bills. The Central Goods and Services Tax Amendment Bill 2023 and the Integrated Goods and Services Tax Amendment Bill 2023.
So I move that the central GST bill be taken up for consideration and passing.
Motion moved. Motion for consideration of the Central Goods and Services Tax Amendment Bill 2023 and the Integrated Goods and Services Tax Amendment Bill 2023 are now open for discussion. I now call upon members whose names have been received for participation in the discussion. Shrimati Nirmala Sitharaman to reply to the discussion. Leader of the Leader, what is this? You are dealing directly. Take your seat. Shrimati Nirmala Sitharaman.
Sir,
to reply to the
I introduced the bill.
I shall first put the motion regarding consideration of Central Goods and Service Tax Amendment Bill 2023 to vote. The question is that the Central Goods and Services Tax Amendment Bill 2023 as passed by Lok Sabha be taken into consideration. Those in favor please say aye. Those against please say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. We shall now take up clause by clause consideration of the bill. Clauses 2 to 5 stand part of the bill. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. Clauses 2 to 5 are adopted. Clause 1, the enacting formula and the title stand part of the bill. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. Clause 1, the enacting formula and the title are adopted. Shrimati Nirmala Sitharaman to move that the bill be returned.
Sir, I move that the bill be returned.
Motion moved that the bill be returned. The question is that the bill be returned. Those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. The bill is returned. I shall now put the motion regarding consideration of the Integrated Goods and Services Tax Amendment Bill 2023 to vote. The question is that the Integrated Goods and Services Tax Amendment Bill 2023 as passed by Lok Sabha be taken into consideration. Those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. We shall now take up clause by clause consideration of the bill. Clauses 2 to 5 stand part of the bill. Those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. Clauses 2 to 5 are adopted. Clause 1, the enacting formula and the title stand part of the bill. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. Clause 1, the enacting formula and the title are adopted. Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman to move that the bill be returned.
Sir, I move that the bill be returned.
Motion moved that the bill be returned. The question is that the bill be returned. Those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the bill is returned. Honorable members, sitting in this chair, I am obligated to observe scrupulous adherence to rules and past precedents. The issue that was raised was not worthy of attention for the reason that due diligence had not been engaged. The premise is that the BSE did not allocate time for it. In the past, many bills had been taken for consideration when BSE had not allocated the time. The South Asian University Bill 2008, the Information Technology Amendment Bill 2008, the AIMS Amendment Bill 2008, the Sikh Gurudwara Amendment Bill 2016, only to illustrate few instances. In this House, we have to follow a practice that we contribute in a substantive manner. Procedural wrangling does not give impactful response to the job we are required to do. Honorable members, okay.
Honorable Chairman, sir, it is with a deep sense of anguish that I have risen to raise a very pertinent issue related to Honorable Member Shri Raghav Chadha, who has repeatedly indulged himself in gross impropriety and misconduct that is unexpected and unbecoming of a Member of Parliament. His conduct is far distant from the ethical standard expected of a member of this august House. On 7th of August 2023, he moved an amendment under relevant rules for referring the Government of National Capital Territory Amendment Bill 2023 to a select committee consisting of 19 members, including Honorable Members Shri Narari Amin, Srimati S. Fagnon Konyak, Dr. Sasmit Patra, Dr. M. Thambidurai, and Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi. It also included Shri S. Niranjan Reddy, who did not realize his name has been included and therefore at that point of time did not raise an objection but subsequently informed us that he had also not given his consent. When the motion came for consideration before the Council on 7th August 2023 at about 9:35 p.m., some members whose name figured in the list took severe exception for being included for the proposed select committee moved by Shri Raghav Chadha. The members who objected in the House that day were Dr. Sasmit Patra, who stated that, and I quote, as per Rule 72(2), no such discussion done by me. My name has been taken without my permission. This is a matter of privilege. This is completely wrong, unquote. Dr. M. Thambidurai stated, and I quote, I did not sign anywhere. It is a misuse. It is a privilege issue. Somebody has misused my name. Action should be taken against him. Honorable Chairman Srimati S. Fagnon Konyak stated, and I quote, Sir, I wish to say something. Under Rule 72(2), I object to it. I also understand that the Honorable Member thinks he is smart. I accept that, but I would appreciate if he would not undermine another member by mentioning her name without her consent. I object to it. Shri Narari Aminji, who stated, and I quote, my name has been included fraudulently. I've translated that from the Hindi remarks he made. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi also objected to the proposal even though he did not get a chance to state his views on the mic because his mic was not on. Shri S. Niranjan Reddy mentioned to us after the House adjourned that he had also not given his consent. Honorable Chairman, sir, Rule 72 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Council of States explicitly states that the mover shall ascertain whether a member proposed to be named by him is willing to serve on the committee. The purposeful intent of this provision is that in the parliament of the largest democracy, the mother of democracies, home to 1/6 of humanity, honorable members enjoy constitutionally ordained privileges. The views expressed by the members on the floor of the House left no doubt that there was an outrage of privilege of these members by Honorable Member Shri Raghav Chadha by including their names in the motion without securing their willingness. This is contrary to the provisions of Rule 72(2) as stated before. Honorable Chairman, whips had been issued on that day. All of us were bound to vote, be present and vote as per our respective. Severe consequences on the honorable MPs. It could go as far as losing their membership of the House. That is the level of breach of privilege that honorable MP Shri Raghav Chadha has done. And tomorrow, God forbid, if a party was to start suspecting, and I'm taking your name with due apology, Dr. Sasmit Patra, if his party was to start suspecting that Dr. Sasmit Patra was disobeying the party whip, and was going along with the other side and breaking the whip of the party, it could have so much consequences that his very membership was at risk. And so for the other 5 members, and all these 6 members are extremely disturbed, they are extremely hurt, and they are looking to the chair and to all of us as the members of this august House to provide protection to them, to provide protection to their rights and give them due justice. Unfortunately, sir, rather than remorsefully accepting regret for his unethical conduct, outrageous disregard of the rules, unacceptable arrogation of privileges of other senior members, Shri Raghav Chadha, in his interaction with the press outside the House, ridiculed the objections raised by his fellow colleagues for including their names in the proposed select committee without their consent. His tweets on 10th of August 2023 at about 1:58 p.m. he tweeted, and I saw, on the same issue are highly unbecoming of an honorable member of parliament. Regrettably, he went on to equate inclusion of names of the members in the motion to that of a birthday invitation card. Honorable Chairman, sir, even earlier, Shri Raghav Chadha made misleading statements before the press by stating that his fellow colleague Shri Sanjay Singh was suspended from the council on 24th July 2023 for raising questions. He knew fully well that the suspension of Shri Sanjay Singh from the House was due to his unruly behavior, including repeated violation of rules and directives of the chair. In utter defiance to the rule provisions and directions of the Honorable Chair, Shri Raghav Chadha, in his press interviews, justified the misconduct of Shri Sanjay Singh's refusal to leave the precincts of the council, even after his suspension on 24th July 2023 after due process. Such blatant defiance, forced action and disrespectful conduct of Shri Raghav Chadha seriously compromises the dignity of the members of parliament as also the august position of the House. By his conduct, he has brought the institution of parliament in severe disrepute. His latest misconduct is also to be viewed, sir, in the context of two breach of privileges that are pending already before the Committee of Privileges. To overlook such repeated acts of misdemeanor, especially viewed in the context of the prestige of Parliament, of the largest democracy on earth, and from the status of members of such an august Parliament, would certainly be very inappropriate. Honorable Chairman, sir, it is very painful for me to initiate an action against a fellow member of the House. However, it will be an abdication of constitutional responsibility and obligations to shun from such a responsibility as well. In view of the severe misdemeanor, outrageous disregard of rules and trampling of privileges of other honourable members, with utmost constraint, I move the following resolution: that the Council disapproves gross violation of rules, defiant attitude, mischievous and contemptuous conduct of Honourable Member Shri Raghav Chadha, resulting in lowering the dignity of the Council and blatant disregard to the framework of Code of Conduct for members of Rajya Sabha as prescribed by the Committee on Ethics, and thus approves suspension of Shri Raghav Chadha from the Council till the Committee of Privileges submits its findings on cases of breach of privilege pending against him.
Honorable members, I shall now put the motion moved to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted.
Sir, I have two submissions. One, I would suggest that we may note that it was adopted unanimously. This has become a regular practice of disrespect to the chair and the House of not participating in the proceedings, or when participating, disturbing. So it is a unanimous approval of the House. Sir, I have one more submission to make before you.
Taking a holistic view on the gravity of his misdemeanor, violation of rules, defiant attitude and inappropriate conduct, I find it expedient invoking Rule 266, read with Rule 256, and suspend Sri Raghav Chadha, member from the service of the Council, till the Council has the benefit of the report of by the Committee of Privileges.
Sir, I have one more submission, sir. Honorable Chairman, sir, Honorable Member Shri Sanjay Singh, who is under suspension for the remaining period of the current session with effect from 24th July 2023, has been a habitual violator of rules and directives of the Honorable Chair. Shri Sanjay Singh, on a motion approved by the Council on 24th July 2023, was suspended from the service of the Council for the remaining period of the current session of the Rajya Sabha. This was on account of his repeated violation of rules, disregard to the directives of the Chair, and his highly disrespectful conduct, which the entire nation and this august House and our honourable members saw on that eventful day, and the way he came into the well, almost threateningly, reminding us of an earlier incident where he had attacked the chair, he had thrown articles on the chair, and very clearly we were all very worried at what could happen on that eventful day, what level of, what extent the honourable member Mr. Sanjay Singh could have gone on that day, and therefore I had moved the motion for his suspension, which the House had adopted. Honourable Chairman, sir, as per Rule 256(3), once a member gets suspended, he or she should leave the precincts of the Council forthwith without any delay whatsoever. However, Shri Sanjay Singh, in defiance of the rules, did not leave the chamber. Despite repeated requests by the Honorable Deputy Chairman, Shri Singh did not leave the chamber and forced the chair to adjourn the sitting twice on that day at 2 p.m. and at 3 p.m. Ultimately, it resulted in the council not transacting any business on that day. This is showing gross disrespect to the chair and a shocking behavior. The world today, the country today, every countryman, the children in our schools are asking us this question, that taxpayer money, crores of rupees are spent. We have been elected by the honorable people of India in both houses to work for the future of India, to make India a developed nation, to make India a prosperous nation, to take the fruits of development to every part of India, to every citizen of India, and that is what we are all trying to do here. Just on the guard that this type of situation has happened in the past, and therefore we have a right to do this again and not allow the House to transact any business, is becoming a misuse of precedents. Now this has to stop someday. The House will have to start working in an orderly fashion. We'll have to start serious dialogue, debate, discussion, as you have been urging from the chair very often. And this behavior did not stop here, Chairman Sir. After his behavior, which was itself unbecoming of a parliamentarian, Shri Sanjay Singh did not express any remorse, any regret whatsoever for his misconduct. Instead, he continued to justify his unruly behavior at various forums, often by taking recourse to misleading information. This is also very much evident in his interactions with the press. We have observed his press statements made outside the House, at formal press conferences. We saw that he did not leave the precincts of the Parliament for several days after that, and made, in a way, a visual which was very demeaning of the entire Parliament and for all of us members. We all felt ashamed at this kind of behavior of a colleague member of Parliament. Honorable Chairman, it is also pertinent and very, very important for the House and the nation to know, through you, sir, that the honorable member, Shri Sanjay Singh, who has been in this House for about 5 years and a few months, had entered into the well of the House on 56 previous occasions in the last 12 sessions of the Rajya Sabha. 56 occasions. And I can understand once, twice, you're agitated, you disturb the House, you disturb the proceedings, an issue you're very emotional about, you come out. This is a deliberate attempt to undermine the proceedings and the orderly conduct of Parliament, and directly has an impact on the privileges of every other member of this House, whether on that side or on this side. 56 previous occasions he has entered into the well of the House and been named in the bulletins of Parliament. Honorable Chairman, sir, he has also been suspended from the services of the Council twice before, during the 252nd and the 257th session. This repeated and deliberate misconduct deserves to be noted by the House, deserves to be recognized by the people of India, and therefore it is important to note that a member of Parliament repeatedly committing the same act of disobedience, repeatedly disturbing the orderly proceedings of the House, repeatedly not allowing the House to transact its business, and in addition to that, already having 3 cases of breach of privilege and contempt of the House pending against him before the Committee of Privileges, deserves exemplary action. And therefore, with your permission, sir, I would like to, for the consideration of this august House, move the motion that the Council disapproves the repeated violation of rules, directives of the Chair and unruly conduct of Honourable Member Shri Sanjay Singh, as the same are not in conformity with the rules to be observed by the members of the council, as the same lowers the dignity of the council, and as the same are in violation of the framework of code of conduct for members of Rajya Sabha as prescribed by the Committee on Ethics, and thus approve the continuation of suspension of Shri Sanjay Singh till the Committee of Privileges submits its findings on cases of breach of privilege pending against him. Thank you, sir.
I shall now put the motion. Move to vote, please. Yeah. Those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those against, please say no. I think ayes have it. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Taking one second. I'll come to you. Taking a conspicuous view of his continued misconduct, violation of directions, and blatant disregard of his the rules of the House, I find it expedient to refer the matter as indicated earlier to the Committee of Privileges. Further, I invoke Rule 266, read with Rule 256, that suspension order dated 24 July 2023 in respect of Shri Sanjay Singh may continue beyond the current session till the Council has the benefit of recommendation by the Committee of Privileges. Honorable members, when someone gets into Parliament, it's a historical achievement. And when someone gets into the upper house, Council of States, House of Elders, as compared to Lok Sabha, the term is 6 years. This house is ever in continuity, unlike Lok Sabha. Then it's a privilege, an honor to be ever remembered. If in this house we fail to live up to the highest expectations of the people, framers of the Constitution, we are abdicating our constitutional obligations. Let me invite attention of the honorable members. Constituent Assembly met for 3 years. It had 18 sessions. Some of the most divisive, difficult issues, contentious issues came up for deliberation. They engaged in dialogue, discussion, debate, deliberation, and had behind-the-scene negotiations. But there was not a single instance of disruption or disturbance, much less members getting into the well of the House. The Honorable Leader of the House said 1 or 2 instances of coming to the well may be condoned. In this chair, I would not agree to that. Even one misdemeanor of a member coming to the well is painful. The member is not aware that his conduct will find disapproval by more than 1.3 billion people. How can a member come to the well, get away from his seat, and still try to make a contribution? Disorder cannot be allowed to be the order of the House. This has been weaponized as a political strategy, and that is anti-democratic, anti-constitutional. It will be very difficult for me sitting in this chair to overlook such kind of transgressions. Let me invite your attention that this country came to have ethics committee in late 90s. And the first chairman of the ethics committee was a veteran parliamentarian, a man who held high positions in the government, both in the Ministry of Home and Finance, Sri S. B. Chauhan. He rendered a report to this House on 1st December 1998, and he indicated framework of code of conduct for members of Rajya Sabha. The members of Rajya Sabha should acknowledge their responsibility to maintain the public trust reposed in them and should work diligently to discharge their mandate for the common good of the people. They must hold in high esteem the Constitution, the law, and parliament institutions, and above all, general public. They should constantly strive to translate the ideals laid down in the preamble of the Constitution into a reality. The following are the principles which they should abide by their dealings. I'll refer to only two of the principles. One, members must not do anything that brings disrepute to the parliament and affect their credibility. I'll pause here for a moment. Coming to the well, rising on the seat, shouting slogans, coming with a garland of tomatoes. Where are we heading? Where are we heading? Forget about the people at large. Your blood relations, your near and dear ones will not approve of it. And it is now 25 years since this report was put before this House. And the second one, members are expected to maintain high standards of morality, dignity, decency, and values in public life. Each word getting outraged. I must share my concern with the honorable members. What I saw in last few days, challenging manner with physical dimension, daring the chair virtually, what the chair can do. I have been extremely indulgent. But those of the members who have come in utter disregard, it has pained me. It was no rejoicing for me that even a senior advocate, Mr. Vivek Tankha, came into the well. A man holding high position in the legal fraternity, and you engage into such kind of transgressions. Imagine if this happens in a court of law, what the consequences will be. Ours is a much elevated institution. We have to decide the fate of every other institution in the country. We are repository of the power to ensure constitutional institutions continue to be within their bounds. I therefore appeal to you, earnestly appeal to you and plead with you. Please informally reach out to your friends on the other side and discuss with them. Otherwise, the consequences for us will be that we'll surge into irrelevance. And that being the situation, the point is very clear. It is perhaps towards the end of the road that we must awaken ourselves and do our duties. I'll take up the next item. Okay. Mr. Gupta, are you on your seat? Now just imagine. How can I give it to you? See, I don't have to tutor you every day. You were not in your seat. And that is why I did not hear you. You will have a grievance. Sit down for a minute. No, you will have a grievance. You will have a grievance. I did not hear you. Why? I am at least bound by rules. I was telling you at that point of time, number of times that rule has been read out in the House, that you can speak only from your chair. And this can't be our norm. We have to exemplify our conduct by our actions so that people at large emulate us. They take us as role models. But right now, if they take us role models, then what will happen to the nation at large? I'm afraid I'm unable to. No. Honorable members, we have come to the conclusion of the 260th session of the Rajya Sabha. Let us make an assessment of the ground we have covered in our journey towards meaningful governance and legislative action. let me tell you, in Lok Sabha, the Honorable Home Minister, for more than an hour, reflected only on Manipur. The Honorable Prime Minister, in his discourse, focused on Manipur, indicated to the nation a soothing and healing touch. अब सोचो हमने क्या खोया क्या पाया. On 20th of December, on the very first day, when the matter came up for consideration, the government had immediately agreed after I had accepted the notice. It was my discretion, my judgment to accept the notice that this House must debate Manipur. The debate did not take place. It was listed in supplementary list of business. I had indicated to the entire House the short duration discussion is limited to 2.5 hours. I invoked my authority under the rules and said, I will keep it open-ended. Members of the House are extremely and enormously talented. We have Padma awardees of the highest category here, 3 of them. This House, on account of unruly conduct, indecorous behavior, could not avail the historic opportunity of guiding the Lok Sabha on Manipur. And that was on account of our actions. This was very painful. Once again, we yielded to the allure of narrow interests and allowed disorder to be the new normal in the proceedings of the House. It appears that my appeals have not resonated well with our members. The frequent unwholesome spectacle of disruptions only indicates that my message has not found the attentive audience it deserves. I would be open to any kind of idea. I've interacted with the honorable members, floor leaders in my chamber, and they agreed with me. And once they come to the House, things are otherwise. It's a worrisome, alarming scenario. A total of 44 hours and 58 minutes during the 17 sittings of the House were lost due to avoidable disruptions, adversely impinging on our overall productivity of this session. The people at large are in pain. They have got us elected here. They are sustaining us by their fiscal power. It's a heavy drain on exchequer. Our accountability and transparency has nosedived. Can we allow such a scenario to continue? Honorable members, we have been able to pass few bills during the session that witnessed some lively and animated debate. We could take up questions on a few occasions, but I feel the productivity of the question hour could have been much better. I will make an appeal to media also. It pains me when media carries a news report. Rajya Sabha passes bills in absence of opposition. It is factually wrong. Media is required to be on tenable factual ground. The members chose not to perform their constitutional duty by being present. They walked out not from the House, but from their solemn duty, their constitutional obligations. And therefore, such kind of reporting by media, I appeal to media to be more sensitive to the sentiments of the people at large and properly, fairly report the proceedings of the House. Rajya Sabha also witnessed a positive development while giving fair representation to our dynamic women members to be part of the panel of vice chairman. I wish to utilize their innate managerial skills for the smooth conduct of the proceedings of the House. And friends, this decision was taken after careful deliberation. And I get a feel that women chairpersons have performed from this chair in a manner which is of the highest standards. when for the first time P.T. Usha, who got a Padma Award in 80s, sat on this chair. I got messages from all over the globe that she has glorified this position. This gave me the spinal strength to put more honorable women members of this House in the chair. The first member of parliament from Nagaland, Koinak. Remarkable performance. And the same applies to others. I think they have vindicated the role, made us proud. In a similar vein, the Secretariat, in a laudable move, undertook a progressive initiative to empower its women employees by affording them the opportunity to attend to the significant table duties within hallowed chambers. Right now you'll see, all four are women. And there was a time when somebody sent it for the first time, I could see in media later on the chair was a lady member of this House. The speaker was a lady member, and the table was occupied by lady employees. And that photograph has been appreciated all around. Not from?
Area, but during her conduct, she speaks good Hindi, sir. You should acknowledge that.
और आपको बताऊं, माननीय मंत्री जी, I have had involved interaction with all of them at Uprashtrapati Niwas, and I have come to know about her outstanding contributions. She is a leader in her own right. I wouldn't say a potential challenge to the Honorable Minister. As a matter of fact, let me report to this House, next session, I'll be having another team because many have interacted with me and they have a huge commitment to their duty, huge experience. Some of them have come from Sarpanch to this level. They have led empowerment of women programs extensively with attendance of thousands. But your point is well taken. Members, honorable members, the Secretariat in another commendable endeavor started a 2-week Rajya Sabha internship program with inaugural batch of 20 interns from northeastern states. I had the occasion to be with them along with the Honorable Minister, Sonowal ji, had dinner with them yesterday. Look at the brightness in their eyes, the kind of experience they had, and at the highest level attention was paid to their internship. A 1991 batch IAS officer, secretary to Rajya Sabha, was overlooking everything. And they will carry our message in the entire region. This program we will continue. I have no doubt our young interns gained better understanding and insights, and had this House been in a functional mode, it would have been much better. When one of the interns told me, we have been to the convention center. The second one said, we have been to Prime Minister's Museum. And the description was so vivid, as if I was in the museum. So that's a great achievement. We'll take it further. Honorable members, I have given certain rulings and made some observations, keeping in mind the expectations of the people from this august House. I know some of them may have been bitter, but I have suffered many such observations as a senior advocate from the court. The court is never ill-motivated against any lawyer. They make observations only to ensure that we rise up in our contributory mechanism in a positive manner. I have made that. I have taken a very few painful decisions, and that was in deference to my constitutional obligation. and the respect I have for this esteemed House. If I had not taken those unpalatable decisions, then your respect for me would have gone down. I must express my deep sense of gratitude to Honorable Deputy Chairperson. A man of enormous patience, gifted with intellect, and always gave me sagacious advice. We interacted every day of the session. Though I am always careful to deal with journalists, and he is one, but then his disarming approach brought us together. But for him, things would not have been as productive from our perspective as they have been. Honorable members, to have an experienced, talented man as Secretary General is a great asset. Having discussed the matter with him on 2 occasions, everything about the Secretariat, the buck stops on his table. I have enough time to deal with my other duties. He has created a new energetic mechanism for the employees. And in togetherness, we all are determined that our Secretariat employees are the best we can have. And we are determined to empower them. And our digitization, we are not making formal most things by declarations. We have accomplished. Our paper consumption has been reduced to 50%. And SG, Secretary General, a former chairman of CBDT, he knows the enforcement is that we buy only 50%. So you can't consume more than you buy. So we buy only 50%. Honorable members, to conclude, our greetings for the 77th Independence Day and a vast array of festivals that await all of us. Thank you. Jai Hind. Jai Mata. We'll rise. Vande Mataram. The House stands adjourned sine die.